they'll have an onboarding. Here's your locker. Here's how you get paid. Here's what you do about uniform changes. And here's the policies and procedures. And then that player goes out and meets with the coaches, and there's a different kind of onboarding. That second onboarding with the coaches has to do with the play, the games, the performance, what the expectations are on the field, the nature of the competition, all of those things. And it's going to be setting the stage for that player to function at a high performance as the season unfolds. When you think about onboarding and leadership development, employee development, we need to think about onboarding in two parts. One is the onboarding that HR does, which is really just the orientation type thing, and then the real onboarding. And I talk about onboarding as setting up a development plan over 2 years, because we can set it up for this longer thing. It's out of scope for today, but when we start giving praise and reprimands, it's in the context of where they are in their development plan and how progress is moving. So there's always more to come. You're always signaling to the central nervous system and the brain that there's more to come. It's not that they arrive. They don't arrive, because there's always more. And you set that up in the onboarding with the 90 days, because there's certain things that they have to learn just to get along with the teams and function, etc. And then there's that 90 days sets the stage for the 2 years. And the reason I use 2 years is typically at that point there may be a new assignment, or maybe a promotion or something like that. Whether there is or not, you start another 2-year plan. Now, for the new employee, somebody straight out of college, there may be 8 different modules, 1 module per quarter. For an executive, there may only be 2 modules for the whole 2 years. It just depends. But the point, and maybe within those modules, you have certain checkpoints that they've got to hit. But you want to know that people can handle certain things. And remember, open skill environment, you can be hit with anything at any time. So while we're not going to manufacture crisis to learn these behaviors, what you can do is create innovations that people, and projects, many projects that people have to work through. And a lot of those same skills that are used in a crisis are used in an innovation. Think about it. A crisis, you're closing the gap of a problem. You're closing from here to there. You're closing that gap with a project or some initiative. With the crisis and a project, you're doing the same thing. Now, so that was the story about why allostasis is important, especially now, because the rapid change is not going to go away. It's going to continue. And by having an upward trajectory, you're more likely to stay on pace. So here's a quick recap of that, something you could do a screenshot of to take what I just now said and put some words behind it or some structure. So there's your allostasis versus homeostasis.